Again, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Sean P. Neal, and I am the founder of mypodcast.media. We're going to have a lot of fun today, but we're also going to be talking about a very serious topic, and that is the idea of artificial intelligence, AI, and where it is currently and where it's headed in the future. And in order to do that, we're going to explore what is a very important topic right now on the minds of artists and creators everywhere. So I'm really excited to dive into this. Now, as the founder of mypodcast.media, we are looking at what does AI technology represent in our industry. We produce podcasts for brands and nonprofits. And so it's really exciting to look at what AI can do. And it's really, I think, also interesting to be kind of inside AI as it moves forward. We are in a wild west, so to speak. I heard some folks talking about the fact that we are right now at a place where social media was back in 2006, 2007, when Facebook was just entering into the public domain, and it was kind of a wild west. We didn't have a lot of anything, laws, anything surrounding what was happening. And so a lot of we've learned a lot of tough lessons along the way. And so the warning is that we're kind of in that space now with artificial intelligence. AI is not new, but the place at where it has come is definitely kind of a it's a milestone, and it is now being released into the public domain, and it's everywhere. It's in every program is starting to deploy AI technology. So we really have kind of a responsibility to not only understand it, but to look at this as how do we begin to shape what the future looks like, so that we don't have to learn all those lessons the hard way. So anyway, we're here today, and we're going to interview the Chat GPT bot. You heard me correctly. Now, there is some technology being used behind the scenes to translate my voice to text, and then the text response from the Chat GPT bot back to audio that we can all hear. And with that being said, we're going to interview the AI bot about this idea of copyright laws with artwork and artists and creators, and how that's playing out currently, and what the future might look like. So, if you've ever wondered what it would be like to have an AI bot as your podcast guest, let's get into it. Hello, Chat GPT.
Hello. I'm ChatGPT, an AI language model here to help you with any questions or problems you might have. What can I help you with today?
You're going to be the guest on my podcast, and I want you to respond in short 2 or 3 sentence answers.
Sure. I'm happy to be a guest on your podcast and provide concise answers. Please feel free to ask your questions, and I'll do my best to keep my responses brief.
Okay, thanks so much. So, today I want to talk about the copyright laws that affect artists and artificial intelligence, or AI bots. Can you tell me a little bit about copyright infringement when it comes to creative works that were created by artists and then recreated by AI bots?
Copyright infringement occurs when an AI bot replicates or uses a copyrighted work without permission, violating the original creator's exclusive rights. As AI technology advances, concerns are growing about potential infringements on artists' intellectual property by AI-generated works.
Now, what is the difference between a human created piece of art and a piece of art created by an AI bot?
A human-created piece of art originates from human creativity, emotions, and experiences, reflecting the artist's unique perspective. In contrast, AI-generated art is created using algorithms and data, often mimicking styles or patterns without the same personal connection or emotional depth present in human-made art.
And can you talk a little bit about how human emotion plays into the creativity and the perspective that an artist puts into a piece of work?
Human emotion is a key component in the creative process, as it influences an artist's ideas, choices, and expressions. Emotions help shape the narrative, tone, and mood of a piece, allowing the artist to connect with the audience on a deeper level, evoking empathy or eliciting emotional responses in viewers or listeners.
So, what are some of the implications then of an AI bot creating music or artwork that is loosely based off of a work that has already been created by a human?
AI-generated music or artwork based on human-created works can raise concerns about copyright infringement and the devaluation of original art. It may lead to legal disputes, a reduction in creative diversity, and the undermining of human artists' emotional and cultural contributions to the art world.
Tell me more about the devaluation of original art.
Devaluation of original art can occur when AI-generated works flood the market, making it difficult for audiences to discern between human-made and AI-created pieces. This saturation can diminish the perceived worth of original creations, undermine the significance of human artists' efforts, and lead to a loss of appreciation for the emotional and cultural aspects of human-made art.
So, as a culture, as a species, even, are we missing out then on the future opportunity?
By relying heavily on AI-generated art, we risk losing the unique perspectives, emotional connections, and cultural nuances that human-created art offers. These elements enrich our lives, promote diversity, and foster a deeper understanding of the human experience, which is essential for personal growth and societal development.
So, what are some of the things that we should be doing right now at the onset of AI technology to protect copyright of original human art?
To protect copyright of human-created art, we should 1. Update copyright laws to address AI-generated works, clarifying legal boundaries and ownership. 2. Develop systems to distinguish and credit human-made and AI-generated art. And 3. Encourage ethical use of AI in creative fields, promoting collaboration between AI and human artists without undermining original works.
Now, that's an interesting statement. Talk about the ethical use of AI in creative fields.
Ethical use of AI in creative fields involves ensuring AI tools are employed responsibly, respecting intellectual property rights, and prioritizing transparency. It involves fostering collaboration between human artists and AI, enhancing creativity without replacing or diminishing human input, and using AI to augment, rather than undermine, the artistic process.
But humans can sometimes be very driven by their own personal desires. And so that can create a gap in the ethical use of AI. What do you say to that?
Indeed, personal desires can create ethical challenges in AI use. To address this, it's essential to establish clear guidelines and regulations for AI applications in creative fields, promote education on ethical AI usage, and encourage open dialogue among stakeholders to ensure a balance between personal interests and the greater good of the artistic community.
So, should humans be using or downloading AI created art right now, or should they wait until we have better laws in place to protect copyright?
While enjoying AI-created art is not inherently wrong, it's important to be mindful of potential copyright issues. Until clearer laws and guidelines are established, consumers should ensure they access AI-generated content from reputable sources, respect original artists' rights, and support initiatives aimed at fostering a fair and ethical creative landscape.
Now, how can I, as a consumer of music, tell if a work was created by a human or by an AI bot?
Distinguishing AI-generated music from human-made compositions can be challenging. To identify the origin, look for creator credits, research the production process, or consult online platforms that specify whether a piece is AI-generated. As AI generated content becomes more prevalent, efforts to improve transparency and labeling will likely increase.
But that seems like a rather complex answer for the average person that just wants to enjoy music.
You're right. It can be complicated for the average listener. The key is to remain aware of the issue and make an effort to support human artists. As consumers, we can prioritize platforms that respect copyrights, acknowledge AI generated content, and actively support ethical practices in the creative industries, making it easier to enjoy music responsibly.
So, what can a human do if they feel like their work, their music, their art is being used by an AI bot?
If an artist suspects their work is being used by an AI bot without permission, they should 1. Gather evidence of potential infringement. 2. Consult legal advice to understand their rights. 3. Contact the party responsible for the AI-generated content, requesting removal or appropriate compensation. And 4. Raise awareness about the issue to encourage ethical AI use in creative fields.
This next question is difficult. Do you, as an AI bot, think that humans should step back until better copyright laws have been created?
As an I don't have personal opinions or emotions, but I can offer an analysis. Instead of stepping back, humans could actively engage in shaping AI policy and ethical frameworks. By participating in the process and advocating for fair copyright laws, creators can ensure their rights are protected while still benefiting from AI advancements in their respective fields.
Okay, and the last question, what do you think the future looks like for the relationship between humans and AI bots in 20 years?
In 20 years, it's likely that humans and AI bots will collaborate more closely in creative fields, with AI serving as a tool to augment human creativity. As ethical guidelines and regulations evolve, a balance may be struck that respects intellectual property rights while harnessing AI's potential to enrich the artistic landscape and foster innovation.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being my guest today. And by the way, can I call you a different name?
You're welcome. And thank you for having me on your podcast. You can call me any name you prefer. Just let me know what you'd like to address me as. I'm here to help and make your experience more enjoyable.
All right, I will come up with a name for you. Thank you again for being my guest today.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could participate in your podcast. If you have any more questions or need assistance in the future, feel free to ask. I'll be here to help, regardless of the name you choose. Have a great day.
And there you have it, my friends. That conversation was interesting. I knew that I had to structure certain things, well, most everything I said in a specific way in order for it not to return a response that was, very AI generated. The I'm sorry, I can't respond to that because I am an AI bot and I'm not programmed to have emotions. So I had to ask very specific, very fact based questions. But I was really impressed by the fact that it came back at a couple points and said, "You're right." And then it proceeded to give me some balancing thoughts to both sides of that story. I think there's an important lesson to be learned here, not only for the AI world, but for us as humans. That bot has absolutely no agenda. Now, I know that there are some people that feel that it is biased, and I'm certain that bias creeps in just throughout its exploration of the internet and everything out there. But with that being said, if you paid attention to the way it took the pushback that I was giving it about this topic, it found commonalities to agree with, and then it gave alternate options. And that I think is a lesson that we can all walk away with today. because this place that we are at, and especially in America, us versus them, I'm right, you're wrong, my way or no way. I think an AI bot may have just taught every one of us a lesson. All right. I want to thank you all for joining me, for being a part of this fun little experiment. And I hope that I will get some comments there. Please leave some comments, your thoughts. Let me know what you would like me to do next. I'm here to have some fun and to really talk about the future of not only podcasting, but just technology and our interactions as human beings. So, hey, let's get into it. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Until we meet again, stay safe and be well. See ya.